Hello, my name is Ryan Duquette, and I am a Shoreland Permitting Specialist with the New Hampshire Department of Environmental Services. In this video, we'll offer you some tips for accessory structures within the protected shoreland areas.
Let's get started. Accessory structures are detached from the primary structure but built with a permanent location on or in the ground. Common examples include paths, driveways, patios, gazebos, sheds, detached garages, and retaining walls. Additional bunkhouses, cabins, or any other structures on residential properties are considered part of the primary structure. So are attached decks. Some water-dependent structures are regulated under the state statute governing fill and dredge in wetlands. Examples include docks and boathouses built over, on, or in state waters. Some accessory structures may also qualify as water access structures if they lack a roof or cover. Examples include beaches, decks, and patios, but not docking structures. State regulations govern accessory structures' location and size within a 50-foot waterfront buffer of the reference line of public waters. The reference line means the natural mean high water level for freshwater bodies. The highest observable tide line for coastal waters, or the ordinary high water mark for rivers. Regulations govern excavation, fill, construction, native vegetation, and impervious surfaces associated with accessory structures proposed within 250 feet of the protected shoreland. If you need to remove trees as part of proposed construction, after completing tree removal, each affected waterfront buffer grid segment must meet a minimum required tree and sapling point score described in our Vegetation Management for Water Quality fact sheet. Except for water access structures, accessory structures must also be at least 20 feet from the reference line. Within the bank, they must be at least 10 feet from abutting properties unless the abutters provide written permission. Accessory structures cannot be constructed on slopes that exceed 25%. Accessory structures do not have setback restrictions from abutting property lines. However, within the bank, they must be at least 10 feet from abutting properties unless the abutters provide written permission. Water access structures must also minimize their environmental impact. Total accessory structure area within the waterfront buffer cannot exceed 7.5 square feet per linear foot of shoreland frontage. Shoreland frontage, as used here, means the length of the shoreline along the water, measured at the reference line. Water access structures can account for a maximum of 50% of total area of accessory structures on shoreland frontage. These limits apply to both pervious and impervious structures. New water access structures and/or combinations of existing and proposed water access structures cannot use more than 20% of the applicant's contiguous shoreline, up to a maximum of 50 feet. Shoreline, as used here, means the average of two measurements: the length of a straight line drawn between the points where the side property lines intersect the reference line, the length of the shoreland frontage between those same points, All new paths, walkways, and patios must use pervious surfaces. This means they must be able to effectively absorb or infiltrate water. If a hardened shoreline exists, meaning it contains natural rocks, installed riprap, or built retaining walls, any new water access structures must be located landward and above the hardened shoreline. The hardened shoreline must remain intact, with the exception of material that must be removed to install steps to access the water. If hardened shorelines do not exist, water access surfaces must be located at least 12 inches landward of the reference line. Beaches must be flat. Other water accessory structures must be sloped away from the adjacent surface water. All water access structures must incorporate methods to divert surface runoff immediately upslope of the structure to protect water quality. Examples include swales and planted berms. Stairs made of wood or wood-like materials over the existing grade and removed seasonally are recommended to help avoid and minimize impacts to the protected shoreland. They cannot be more than 6 feet wide, and they must be removed from the lake bed before ice in and must not be reinstalled until ice out. Please also note that accessory structures cannot be modified or constructed to be serviced by piped water. Shoreland permits are required for all excavation, fill, and construction, including any new structures within 250 feet of the reference line, unless already covered under a wetlands permit. Lower impact projects, those that propose less than 900 square feet of new impervious area, may qualify for the shoreland permit by notification. Please note that placement of a single accessory structure more than 50 feet from the reference line that is less than 150 square feet and is not within wetlands jurisdiction and does not require a stone base or concrete pad may be placed without a shoreland permit. Wetland permits are required for all fill and dredge associated with the construction of a water access structure and/or other structures within wetlands jurisdiction. Local requirements may apply. Many towns and cities have additional ordinances beyond what state laws and rules require.
Thanks for watching. We hope this helps you plan your accessory structure project. We are happy to help make the permitting process within the protected shoreline a little bit easier for you.